Welcome to Children's Fairy Tales. Our story today is The Sparrowed Fox and the Honest Tanuki. In the heart of an ancient bamboo forest, a noble Tanuki lived by a sacred spring. This Tanuki was known for honesty and diligence. Each day he collected food and purified the water around the spring, believing that balance and effort brought prosperity. His fur was thick, his eyes kind, and his heart steady like the flow of the river. Not far away, a mischievous fox spirit roamed the land. Unlike the Tanuki, the fox spirit used trickery to get what he wanted. He could shift shapes and weave illusions, fooling travelers into offering him food and gifts. With his shimmering silver fur and piercing golden eyes, he charmed his way through life, never lifting a paw to work for himself. One day the fox spirit watched the Tanuki gathering rice grains left by the villagers as an offering to the sacred spring. The fox spirit smirked. "Why should I labor when others give so freely?" he thought. That evening, he disguised himself as a weary traveler and approached the villagers, pretending to be lost and hungry. The kind villagers shared their food with him, believing he was in need. The fox spirit bowed deeply, promising blessings in return. But as soon as he left, he laughed to himself. "They are so easy to fool," he chuckled. However, the Tanuki, who had been watching, shook his head. "A life built on deception cannot stand forever," he thought. The fox spirit continued his tricks. He pretended to be a lost child to gain sympathy, a wounded bird to get free shelter, and even a wise monk to receive the finest meals. But as time passed, the villagers began to suspect him. "This traveler always changes his story," they whispered among themselves. "He never gives back, only takes." Soon the villagers no longer welcomed him. They greeted him with wary eyes. Their kindness no longer offered so freely. The fox spirit noticed the change, but he still believed he could outsmart them. Yet he found his tricks no longer worked. He tried once more, but the villagers merely turned away. Hunger gnawed at his belly, and desperation crept into his golden eyes. He wandered the bamboo forest, searching for food. The trees whispered, the wind sighed, nature itself seemed to warn him. His once proud tail dragged behind him, his elegant form now thin and weary. The fox spirit reached the sacred spring where the Tanuki lived. He saw the Tanuki washing rice in the water, preparing a simple but fulfilling meal. The fox spirit hesitated. He could steal the food, or he could try something new. He could ask for help honestly. Swallowing his pride, the fox spirit approached. "I have nothing left," he admitted. "I have relied on deception, and now no one trusts me. I do not know how to work for my own survival." The Tanuki listened and nodded, seeing that the fox had finally understood his mistake. "Hard work and honesty are the only true paths to prosperity," the Tanuki said. "If you wish to eat, you must learn to gather and hunt, like the rest of us." The fox spirit, humbled, agreed to learn. It was difficult, but for the first time he used his skills not for tricks, but for survival. At first, the fox spirit failed. His swift paws, once used for deception, were clumsy in honest labor. He tried catching fish in the river, but they slipped away. He tried gathering rice, but the wind scattered the grains. Frustration burned within him, but he persisted. Slowly, the fox spirit improved. He learned to move with patience, to respect the rhythm of nature. His illusions faded, replaced by real skill. When he caught his first fish, it was small, but it was his own. For the first time he felt true satisfaction, not from trickery, but from effort. The Tanuki saw his progress and offered him a small gift-woven basket to carry his food. "You are learning well," he said. The fox spirit felt warmth in his chest. He had never received a gift given with true kindness before. He bowed deeply, this time with genuine gratitude. As the days passed, the fox spirit no longer needed deception. He became part of the forest community, learning from the Tanuki and the other creatures. The villagers, seeing his change, slowly accepted him back. They no longer feared his tricks. but welcomed his honest efforts. The fox spirit had transformed not through magic, but through wisdom. With patience he found a new path, one that brought him not just food, but respect and belonging. And as the Tanuki watched, he knew that true strength lay not in deception, but in the courage to change. Thank you for watching, Childrens. See you in the next story.